Okay. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let me see.
Joe said no.
Joel said no.
He was like, nope.
He's lagging. He's like dial Okay. Should have been a minute. Welcome back, everybody. We Tech Those Podcasts back in here again. We got perfect timing.
Right when you started, it said your video is having an issue. Boop! Just kicked me off.
Yeah. That's funny. How convenient. So, all right, guys. I saw another video I want to share with you and talk to you about it. It was very interesting. It talks about relationships as far like friendships, actually, between men. Let's watch it and let's talk.
When there's a crisis, I'll be there for my friends. That is not friendship.
I don't care who she pissed off, she's 100% right. And let me take it a step further and talk about male spaces, because male friendships are not built on friendships. They're built on this notion of loyalty where you should stick out with me regardless of who I am or regardless of what I do, which is also doubly why a lot of male friendships are shallow, because they don't actually care to know each other as people. They just randomly happen to meet each other, and because they happen to happen upon each other in life, they do this thing where they show unmitigated loyalty regardless of the character of the other person, which is why they'll defend their bros' abusive behaviors, which is why they'll cheat on women together, which is why they'll be abusive and be dickheads and be shallow together and pretend it's real friendship. Because at the end of the day, that's what they care about. They care about validation, not true fulfillment or emotional connections. But anyways, that's just that.
I mean, first off, this guy looks like a dickhead. But
so there you have it. Men's relationship are shallow, and as Joel leaves again,
I was startled by it. He was blown away by the content.
He was like, I gotta go.
You tell me.
It said the host.
The dickhead offended you, man.
No, it said the host dropped the call.
1 second.
Oh shit! She just gets up and leaves.
Anybody else? Rick, you need a minute?
I'm glad we're not limited on recording time anymore.
I'm gonna take a picture next time. It legit said the host ended the call.
Oh, what? No.
That's what they told me. I'm like, okay.
Oh wow, that's weird. Yeah, no, I just stopped the stream.
Yeah, that's literally what they told me. I was like, all right.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you for joining us.
Sorry, I was having allergies. You could probably tell my eyes started watering and getting red.
Oh, that is
No, I
true.
see his light skin.
My allergies hit on Friday. I'm happy I'm over it.
All right, do a countdown. Let's get back to it.
3, 2, 1. All right. So there you have it. I'm gonna do that again. Hold on, just a break. All right, so there you have it. Men's relationships are basically, simply put, not valid. What are you guys' thoughts?
This guy don't know what he's talking about, man.
Well, I think you guys are a different breed of guy. Like, I do know guys that this is true for.
But
Really?
there's some more surface level dudes out there like that. There's especially dudes that kind of don't want to get close with any other guys or people for that matter. There's just people that are a little more reclusive. So yeah, I guess some guys, but I don't know. Amanda, like what do you think? What are those guys like that you know?
Amanda, please share. Yes.
Well, I mean, so there's a guy that I dated, and he's just a general overall jerk. Like, I don't even know why I stayed with him as long as I did, but he literally has no friends. He has friends, but they're not really his friends. He doesn't count them as friends. They think they're his friends, but he literally would not help them with anything. He'll ignore their calls, like all kinds of stuff, but he keeps them around because it's convenient for him. for him to be able to drop his daughter off at their house and get free babysitting and stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell y'all this straight up.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that, because yes, he was.
That is not representative, man.
I was gonna say that straight up. If any of y'all brought y'all kids to my house and just dropped them off like that, there's gonna be issues. I'll be like, here's your kid. I took care of them. But our friendship, that's it. You know, I'm not forgetting.
I mean,
Okay,
I'll say I know someone that's kind of like that. You know, that it feels like it's more when it's in their convenience. They'll like hit me up or whatever. But for the most part, it's like, all right, I'll see you when I see you. You know, so I mean, I guess to an extent, maybe it's like that. I know for me personally, like especially like if I feel really close to you, like I will tell you my life story. I will come to you for advice. I mean, hell, I called David literally like 3 hours ago asking for advice on something. Like, you know,
Right.
I don't know. For me, friendship has always been a very key thing in my life. I mean, I have siblings, of course, but we have a pretty big age gap. So, you know, I didn't really grow up with them in my life, like, you know, close. So for me, friends were always like the next thing of feeling like I had brothers, you know. So to me, friendship since I was a kid was always a very big thing for me. Like I value friendship, like I guess someone would value their sibling love, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Funny enough, I have about the same similar thing, because the age gap between me and my siblings, because I'm the youngest, it's like drastic. It's huge. Like I practically grew up as a single kid too. So I understand where Rick's going from.
Yeah.
Like you just get to a point where it's like you cherish your friends that you have, and it's like the friendships that you do lose, yeah, it sucks. It really does, but sometimes it has to end for a specific reason.
Right.
I have very strong thoughts about this video. One, from the standpoint of the female that the guy was stitching, her saying that friendship was whatever you make it. Basically, I don't like this notion of when people say like friendship is this, right? Relationships are this. There are some people in open relationships, and for whatever reason, I don't understand it, but it seems to work for them. Hey, okay, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes got multiple wives, and some girls got multiple husbands. So, hey, you do you, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it comes in different forms.
I guess in a way what you're trying to say is like there's no real right way to define it.
No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is a right way to define friendship other than if you know what I'm saying, if you agreed to be some kind of connected to some person and they're agreeing on too. What Amanda was talking about, that guy's a user. That guy's just a user.
Well, I have other examples, but I'll let you go.
Right. So that being said, the other thing being said, I want to also add that I seen this video. I actually commented that I don't think this guy has actually met men before. But just yeah. But just look at the comments, and it's like, it was one comment where the girl said that guys, they're all they do is just like have fun and laugh and stuff like that. They don't get into like deeper issues or something like that. And honestly, all I could think about was, I mean, if I'm speaking with my friend, shouldn't you be having fun and enjoying each other's time? Like that should be like the default. Something happens in your life that's drastic, sure, but if our friendship, this is just personally me, I want you, my friends, just to hear this. If our friendship consists of every day you hit me with your life trials and tribulations, that's going to be an issue. God damn it! We're not friends to you. I'm not taking all your problems. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here if you need help. Basically, if you need to vent, sometimes sure. But that constant, basically, I mean, what? Why else do you have friends? Like, and it's almost like some of these people are looking at this and like jealous at the fact that men generally just meet other guys and be like, "Oh, you like video games? Oh, yeah, I like video games too. Let's be friends.
Yeah.
Like, what more do you need in this life? Like,
Well, I don't think that was her point. Like, I feel like she was more so saying that they're like similar to this video that we're talking about. She was more so saying that there are guys that all they do is have fun. They don't ever have serious like conversations with each other or anything.
and what's wrong with that?
Nothing, but who are you talking about like life with? That's what she's saying. She's saying that you can't have all these friends that you're just always having fun with and not any like serious real friends.
Why is someone I'm always having fun with not a real friend? I don't understand that notion.
Well, because if it's somebody that you just play video games with, for instance, that's
Right.
all your relationship is. That's all your friendship is. You can't just only have friends that you just play video games with.
Well, yeah, but that's like.
I guess in a way, I see what Amanda's saying. I see what she's saying.
I mean, I see what she's saying, but then like on the other side of the coin, it's like that's that specific person. That's this girl in the video. That's her definition of what it takes to be a friend and what it takes to have a deep friendship. Everybody's kind of got their own definition of what a friendship really is. So some people aren't very emotional people. They don't want to share their lives, but that doesn't mean that they don't genuinely consider somebody a friend. So it's like, it's kind of tough to say because everybody kind of has their own balance of what a friendship is. Like, you know, some people are a lot more sincere. Some people only really want to talk about the deep stuff and like don't really just kind of mess around and like have fun, play video games. So it really depends, I guess.
Right. I'll give you an example. My exact like definition of friends, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can call you directly and, you know, set up a time that we hang out, basically, that's just me and you, that person is a friend to me. Like, if it's not just like, oh, every time, like, if I don't see Joel unless Rick's around, then me and Joel aren't friends, basically.
He's right.
That's basically it. And that's fine. I want it to be simple. On the same topic, like Zach just said, not everybody is equipped to deal with these types of, you know, situations that's going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just need those people a lot of times it's you don't want to sit in those emotions because sometimes it's like you can kind of lead to depression. You can lead yourself it's kind of bad, I feel like, to sit and negative emotions and not have that enjoyment. It shortens your lifespan, not having that kind of enjoyment and friends like that, enjoying your life. I can't imagine, like, I mean, for the most part, I don't really deal with too much. I usually handle it. And if I do need something, I can obviously go to my friends. But I usually keep it to myself. If I'm hanging out with my friends, I want to enjoy this time with my friends, basically. Mm-hmm. It's like I want to enjoy any time I'm spending with anybody else in my life. I would like to enjoy it. If I can't, then, you know, I lean on them. And I think spending the majority of time enjoying your time with your friends, I think should be something looked at as to be replicated, not looked down upon as something like something's lacking there, basically.
Like you're trying to.
It almost sounds like jealousy.
Like you're trying to find something that's like an issue, or not an issue, but trying to find a like specific reason why you're friends with someone.
Right.
Like that is the only reason why I'm friends with you, type thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes some people are just specific friends, like in this one type of scenario type of thing. But I'll tell you right now, I don't get the same thing from all my friends.
Yeah, no, everybody's different. Everybody is different. Yeah. My friends that I have.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like
that's exactly what I was about to say. I was going to say there's different friends for different reasons. Mm-hmm. Not exactly reasons, but you just behave differently with different friends.
Yeah.
Personalities are different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody plays basketball that I know. So talking about basketball, certain people that only play video games, that's not going to be, you know, an interesting time, you know? Not everybody has seen, you know, all the movies I've seen. So it's like, you know, it's just, things like that. And just like that, not everyone is equipped to handle these types of situations. I'll be the first one to tell you. I am not sure exactly what to say to somebody a lot of times who's going through something that's like traumatic. I'll listen.
To budge into there real quick, I've been there in that scenario with David. So
I'll listen.
He'll listen. Like he is probably the best one equipped to listen. But to give you any advice of something that he doesn't know, do not hit him up. He'll tell you straight up though.
I'll point another thing too. Usually guys aren't priors. Like, we're usually not going deeper unless the guy themselves want to give it to us. You know what I'm saying? We'll ask you, are you cool? If you say yeah, I'm going to take you at your word. Even if I feel like you're not, I understand that you're not ready to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so until you are, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to push you or I'm going to take it at your word, basically. If I ask you good, you say you good. Okay, cool. Well, I'm just going to keep it, I'm not going to dwell on it and try to force it out of you. No, you need to be emotional with me and open up. Like, you do you. I'm here if you need me, in like a listening capacity. But it's like, you don't have to do that. Like, I mean, if I had to choose between like being sad or depressed and being happy, I'm going to choose happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think some people do just need to vent sometimes. So it is good that you are just a listener in that capacity. Sometimes people just need you to listen. They don't need advice.
David loves the cheese.
I was like,
he loves the cheese, man.
That's like
For me, kind of going on what you're going off, David, because your definition of friendship. For me, I'll be straight up. I don't have many friends. I keep my friends small, very small. Everyone else is an acquaintance because for me, friendships are very, and maybe this kind of goes with maybe what this dude was trying to get at, but I'm not trying to make it sound like that. It is very taxing.
Mm-hmm.
It can be very exhausting trying to maintain a friendship with someone. Because me, when I'm friends with someone, I'm there for you. I got your back. Like, I am there for you. Like, you can count on me if you need me to be there to help you with something. You need me to help you move? I got you. You need to vent to me? I'll listen. Like, to me, friendships are almost like a relationship where it goes both ways. And if I feel like you're not there for me, that's where it gets taxing, because it's like, I don't want to be the only one that's going to be like the sponge listening to your problems. Like, okay, cool, yeah. And then when I need it in return, you're not there. Like, that, it gets very taxing.
Yeah.
Or, like concern, like, cause I'm the type of friend that's also very, I get concerned about my friends, about what they're doing. I want all my friends to do good in life. I want to push them to do well. Like, I am everyone's number one fan. I always want everyone to achieve what they can achieve, because I know everyone can strive for more. I am that friend that I will always push for you to do better. But if you're not showing me that you're trying to push, that's where it gets taxing, because I start to stress about that. I shouldn't be. But that's just because I'm a very caring person. Because I'm a very caring person, though. But the minute it becomes too much, I stop caring. And that's where, I start to question my friendship, because it's like, don't come to me at your problems if you're not willing to fix them yourself. I'm not here to listen to you vent, and then you're still making the same problems. Yeah, that's not that's not
High
me.
Five.
Yeah. That's just not who I am.
Exactly.
I don't like. I'm the type of person where I will say I don't like hearing excuses when you're not willing to fix them. Like, to me, it's just at that point you're just making excuses why your life is the way it is.
Yeah, 100%.
I will listen to you, and I will cheer for you, and I will guide you in the best way that I think that you can achieve. Because I feel like everyone can strive for more. But if you continue a month or two later on down the road with the same problem, but never made a single effort to fix that problem, don't come at me anymore about it.
Yep.
That's just how
I feel.
Funny enough,
for me, though, I care about all my friends.
Funny enough, that happened in the scenario between me and Rick. See, I'm over here putting. No, it legit did, but it was true, and it was something that, like, when Rick told me and explained it to me, like, told me straight to the face, like, being blunt, it made me realize, no, you're right, it's true. Like, that's what I'm doing that's damaging my own life. And that's what's happening. And Rick was like, I'm just being straight up.
Yeah, he's definitely been that way for me too. He's not afraid to tell you what you need to hear, even though you know sometimes it hurts to hear. But also, like, that's the definition of a good friend, because he's not going to sugarcoat something if all that does is hurt you, because it's not forcing you to make any change or any action. So like he's a good friend for that. You know, that's actually something that matters, is actually being straight up with your friend.
See, I learned this from a friend of mine. No, I did not. You did. You were another person that was like that too, though. Yes, but I learned this from my friend. Hey, rest in peace up there, Pinky. He was that friend. He was that friend where, while everyone would tell me, "Oh no, everything will be fine," he'd be like, "Why are you crying? Why are you?" He would hit me with the hardest reality, and I would be pissed. I'd be like, "Who the hell do you think you are to be tough?" And then, but then I would hit him up later on, be like, "You know what? You were right. You were always right, and you only did it because you knew I was too comfortable."
Yeah.
So that's why I live my life never wanting to be comfortable. Not in the sense of like, you know, where I always strive for more because of that, because I had a friend who always believed that I deserved to achieve more. And that's why I am that friend for all my friends, because I want them to achieve more.
Yeah.
So that's why that guy's a dickhead in that video.
There's one more point I want to make sure we get to on this recording. At the end, he talked about how dudes will excuse their friends' like bad behavior if they're all like cheating on their girls, they're all like abusive. I know, again, it's obviously anecdotal, but I don't know anybody who abuses their girl. I remember, I think Rick knew this guy. I did. I think I met him before. I don't even know his name actually, but apparently, like, Rick had heard a story about him abusing his girl, his like physically assaulting his girlfriend, and like basically found out it was true. I've never seen or heard from this guy again, basically. He just stopped, which is what he should have done, basically, or whoop his ass. Well, I don't know, something like that. But
See, I'll say this: when it comes to abuse, I won't tolerate it. Like, if I hear that you're abusing, I will call you out on it, and then that's it. Like, you know, we're done.
Right. Yeah, I had a situation where one of our friends, he was like in a relationship, even though it was like really bad. Like, you know, when it's like really bad, and y'all basically broken up, but you haven't really done it, but you're still together, right? He was like in that phase, but he was kind of talking to another girl, and like I knew this girl, kind of like, or I introduced them basically, and I felt bad about it, type of thing, because I knew his girlfriend at the time. We weren't the best of friends, but it's like, I just felt like wrong, basically. I told him straight up, listen, I don't care what you do, basically. If you want to stay with this girl, you want to, whatever case may be. But if you're going to talk to this new girl without breaking up with your girlfriend, then we can't be friends. Basically, I just told him straight up, and he was just like, you know what, like I respect that. Basically, he has the same kind of morals. Maybe he had like a slight lapse in judgment, but he ended up breaking up with his girlfriend, which he should have did already. But I think that's what should be done. I don't know too many. I mean, obviously it exists, right? Some guys not holding their friends accountable, covering for them, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Some aspects, like if you were like running from the cops or something like that, like like if I like robbed a bank, I expect you. Hey, I don't know where he at, man. Even if you know exactly, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, I do that.
Stuff.
I got you.
You gotta tell him. You gotta say. You gotta lie. Just say, hey, man, I'm not saying nothing. I don't know that.
I plead the fifth.
But as far as stuff with like women, things like that, or like there's certain lines that, especially not like anything with children being, you know, messed with, let's say, that definitely should not be tolerated. And they talk about it as if this is just the culture. This is what my biggest issue is, as if that's like the narrative. Like this is some underground stuff. This ain't no like all dudes everywhere. Like, yeah, we we sexually assault women and we beat them and cheat on them. And like, yeah, we do it. Yeah, high five. Like, no, that's not the thing. Like,
Yeah, this is like,
Well,
it's a narrative of somebody who clearly has like some bad experiences probably in the past, or like people that didn't look out for him or whatever. It's him trying to kind of paint a picture and force the perspective that I do feel like is a very small percentage of the population of men. And it's like most guys out there are like, like us here on this podcast, like Rick was talking about, like, you're gonna look out for your friends, and you are gonna call them out on their crap, and you're gonna keep them straight, keep them going forward, moving forward, trying to be better. That's most guys will do that for their friends, and I think this guy is just doing a horrible job, kind of flipping the perspective and trying to look at a small group and a small fraction of shallow men who just don't really care if their boy's a dog and he's cheating on his girl or whatever, because it's like they're the same people. So it's like, you put two bad people together, of course they're not going to call each other out for their BS. And so, it kind of depends. You got to have good guys around to actually account for their friends and make their friends better.
well, I don't know if you can say a majority of guys are one way or the other. I just know that there's guys out there like you guys. That's why I say you guys are a different breed. There's guys out there like you guys that are good guys that will call each other out and whatever. And then there's guys like the guy I talked about before, or there's another guy. I've talked about him on the podcast before too.
With all these dudes.
So I've even brought it up before. He's dating somebody who's like good for him, but he's obsessed with this other girl that like wanted nothing to do with him or whatever. And he talks really bad about this girl all the time. He's talking to all these other women and all this stuff. And his friends just let him do it. They're like, that's not my business.
Right. But
so they just...
Go ahead. Okay.
I was going to say they just let him be a bad person.
Terrible. But what I'm saying is that I'm judging based off the fact, not the fact, let's say my opinion is that I kind of hear these numbers and I believe it. The majority of men don't get laid. Majority of adults 18 or over don't get laid. As many times we've gone to these One Piece tournaments and these card game tournaments, the whole room full of dudes, you just know, like, no, based on the smell, they know. We'll point out it's not because they're bad people. They're just they really just haven't figured it out. But they're happy with their own life, so, kind of, sort of. But yeah, though they're not cheating on their girls because they don't have any girls. You see what I'm saying? Like I would, in my mind, I think there's more guys like that who would want to be with a girl, who just, they latch onto something that makes them happy. They're playing games or something like that, and because that's the majority of their life. And then there's some guys out there who have figured it out. When I say it, I mean getting attention from women, and figured out how to manipulate them, figured out how to, kind of use them basically in certain instances. I guess we would fall somewhere in the middle. Not manipulation tactic, but learn how to get women. I think we're all in relationships. So that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of guys are not in that category of abusers, basically. Let's say that. And just want to be happy. And they find somebody they want to be happy with as a friend. Okay, bet. Like, that's my friend. We're just going to hang out and just have some kind of joy in life. I see that as a really good thing. It's almost like these people, again, I swear, it's almost like these people are jealous of someone else and what they have. And it's weird. I talk to my girlfriend all the time. Actually, maybe you can help me out because I'd be talking to her about how, cause they always talk about how guys, and apparently how guys were shallow, like, and apparently girls have better friendships. How are your friendships? I'm just going to put you on the spot, Amanda,
Well,
because a lot of women I talk about, it's like they're frenemies. I don't even know what that term is with dudes. Like frenemies. Either a friend or an enemy. No, it's not a.
well, I think a frenemy is like so this same guy I was telling you about that with the girl that he's into and then the girl that he's with and whatever. He tends to compete with all his friends. If one of them got their girlfriend pregnant, he's talking about, oh yeah, I'm about to get my girl pregnant tonight, blah, blah, whatever. If they buy a house, he's like, oh yeah, I'm about to buy a house tomorrow with my girl. If they're going on a trip, he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go take my girl on vacation to Hawaii and then we're going to go to Dubai. And so he's always competing. I feel like that's kind of a frenemy. Like, why are you competing like that? Just be a friend.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not the typical girl, I would say. A lot of girls are, to me, fake and do have shallow friendships. I'm not saying that all their friendships are shallow, but that's been my experience. So I'm kind of like Rick, where I don't have too many friends. I have just like a few that I talk to regularly or whatever, and everybody else is acquaintances.
Fair enough. So let me ask you. So if you had a friend, literally all y'all did was just have fun and laugh and shit like that, would you not think that was a good friendship?
I mean, it would serve its purpose of making me have a good time.
Well, yeah. I mean, why would you not want to have a good time?
Well, no, what I'm saying is that would be my friend to have fun with all the time like that. Like, I wouldn't really necessarily need a deeper relationship with them, but I know that that's my friend I can call to have fun with. Right. And then I have my other friends that I can talk about my drama with or whatever.
Oh, so you have a fun friend and your drama friend.
Yeah, or my friends that I exercise with or whatever. Because, yeah, a lot of girls don't like to exercise, apparently, that I know.
That part. But, that's absolutely true. That's a good point, actually. Different friends that do different things, they serve different purposes. Not to say you're using them, but it's just they fill different voids in your life, basically. And I'm sure you do the same for them, basically. And that. Again, I don't understand. I don't understand what this video means by what they're trying to get at, basically. Again, when you talk about this thing, that's why I think TikTok is like the worst. Certainly interesting conversations.
I think it's just maybe they've come across too many of the guys like the guys that I've dealt with. The two guys I talked about in the podcast today. I mean, there's other guys that are like that, but those are just a couple examples.
Fair enough. I guess the goal in life, I mean, I try to do it myself, not to paint my experiences with across the world, because you kind of become jaded. Don't get me, some people are viably jaded. If you've been abused by a certain type of person, like 3 times, and you just like if women has been assaulted by 3 or 4 dudes, and she does not want to do it in her life ever again, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? If a dude's been, married 3 times and got divorced all 3 times, and his wife took all his stuff all 3 times, and he'll never want to talk to the other, hey, man, it is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If your friends have been so toxic where it's like, you don't have any friends now because you can't trust anybody, that's sad, but it is what it is. I don't know why they even made this video, how just having friends who are you just have fun with, basically, and majority of that is just having fun, where you're not talking about the sad shit, because honestly, a lot of it, this is where I break it down to. A lot of the sad shit that happens in our life, if I can control it, then I'm not going to be continuously sad about it. I'm going to do something about it, basically. You see what I'm saying? A lot of things that happen in our life, us staying in that sadness is not good. It's halts our progress, basically. And so that's when your friends should come in and kind of uplift you, like Rick's friend. Hopefully, hopefully I do that for you as well, Rick.
Yeah.
But usually Rick's good. He's usually doing that for me. But and that should be fine. That should be it. Have fun, enjoy people's time. Don't always be sad. I wish people wouldn't be sad. It's like more people happy. That should be the goal. But here apparently it's not what should be looked at, basically. But that's the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let us know. Did we get this conversation right? What do you think about friendships and men's friendships? Are they shallow? Are they toxic? Let us know in the comment section. For Retech Those and everybody here. Peace out.
Deuces.
Later.